Let's go. Brandon's baseball blogs. Welcome. Brandon's baseball blogs. Welcome.
And we're going to be talking all about Swift, Travis Kelce, and their marriage, and also about women's sports, and also about Randy's health, about family, friends, and about how I'm always there for friends, family, and how I put my family and friends first, and about gymnastics, and also about Survivor and the TV show Survivor, like I said, and about Ozzy's leadership, Cirie's leadership, and basically all about why we think Ozzy and Cirie should have won. Me and Randy's inputs about that, and about the crazy couple that climbed the Empire State Building and actually got engaged after climbing this Empire State Building, and all about TV shows and about music. And we're going to be talking about that even if a man can do it, a woman can do it. And we're going to be just talking about all of that. And this is a special edition, July 4th edition, episode number 6 with Randy Nation. And please welcome my friend RandyNation0. Oh, they can't see ya. Yeah. Basically, it's RandyNation0. And we're going to be talking all about sports and about how me and Randy Nation talk about our thoughts about TV shows and just everything. And Randy Nation, you want to say hi?
Hello. Damn, that was way off.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
So basically, we're going to be talking all about this and while doing sports and just talking about life also. And guys, get ready. Episode 7 will be uploaded later tonight. But we both wanted to say happy 4th of July to everyone. Yeah. And guys, also this honest opinion, it's been great to make these podcasts and everything. And guys, literally Brandon's Baseball Blogs podcast page is officially up and running on TikTok right now. The first upload will be up very soon. Get ready for that. And Randy, you want to say anything before we actually start?
Happy 4th of July to Brandon's Baseball Vlogs. Happy 4th of July to RandyNation0.
And what's your thoughts about, if you want to start off with this, about women's sports and about gymnastics and about just how women can do anything that men can do?
I mean, honestly, I say this all the time. Anything a man can do, a woman can do it better.
Yeah.
10 times worse. It's not just women doing gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more.
It's true.
Army, Air Force,
and men,
the police
too.
force. They're doing a lot more. Wrestling. They're doing everything the men are doing.
Yeah. And what's your thoughts about how, basically, if you had to shout out some people that asked us yesterday and the day before you came, asked me and then asked you to talk about this on our page?
Honestly, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, talk about women's sports and women's rights and everything. So a lot of people don't know that women didn't have the same equal rights as the men.
Yeah.
So it's about time.
And plus it's great because we've seen so many great women, like Caitlin Clark, who's doing amazing in the women's basketball division.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we got to see, one of the best, Serena Williams.
Greatest woman in tennis?
Yep, greatest woman in tennis. And guys, we want to know your thoughts about that because honestly, it's great to see women doing sports and just doing everything. And what's your thought about Serena Williams and all?
I mean, they made a movie out of her.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that one. I mean, Will Smith was the father who played the father.
Yeah. And your thoughts about just and how we're seeing more about Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, one of the most white women going crazy in basketball history.
Yeah. They deserve to get paid more.
They do. They really do.
And
honestly, they should stop doing this whole women's league, men league. They should put it intergender league, dude.
Yeah. And your thoughts about this, Randy, about just how we're seeing more women involved, not just We saw the first woman umpire in MLB, first woman coach, first woman manager, everything. What's your thoughts about that?
They should really do that more often.
And now, let's talk about the thing that we heard about this morning, about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. But we do want to say congrats to her because it's like...
I mean, I'm not...
She also, I know, she's been looking for that one.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of the relationship, but she does deserve your love.
Yeah, I feel
but
like she hasn't been able to find it.
She's able to find it. It's just stop doing your Swiftie songs and disrespecting the dudes who just found out who you really are. You're not finding love is because you're disrespecting people after your relationships. It doesn't work out. Then you have to write a song like, oh, we are never, ever, ever getting back together because you probably messed that one up.
But honestly, your thoughts, though, just like that she actually found someone to like...
I still feel like it's a publicity. I don't really... She found it. Prenup? Come on, that's not a relationship. That's not a marriage. Why would you need to own everything that Travis Kelce worked his ass off and then you're ruining football?
And plus, Travis Kelce did work his ass off on everything. And what's your thoughts about him, though?
Honestly, I can't stand Travis Kelce, but I can honestly say this. I mean, yeah, Jason and Travis has a podcast, and they don't get along. They don't agree on everything.
But they still love each other.
But obviously, I feel like there's still something up about Taylor Swift, though.
Yeah.
Why do you think the one that there was a thing on TMZ that there was supposed to be original location, but instead they did it in Madison Square Garden? Come on now.
And your honest opinion, though, if you had to say, like, your thoughts about how we found out the Knicks lineup was invited, but I don't think they went, but also...
Because they don't like... I don't think they like Taylor Swift, though.
And also your thoughts about Adam Sandler being there.
Love Adam Sandler, but why Taylor Swift, though?
Uh-huh. And your thoughts about this, about basically, about just like your thoughts about it, though, about
honestly,
they're officially married, though.
I don't really still support it anyway.
I understand.
Even though that's not my daughter, it's not my position, I still don't support it.
Uh-huh.
I still don't.
I understand.
I'm hating because my relationships don't work. I just don't support it because it's two different common people that don't really see this strong. Yeah, Taylor wants a relationship. Yeah, Travis had so many off relationships. But she would never do a Super Bowl event.
Well, she's actually, they're planning on having her do it. But with a legend, I found out.
She's not going to do it. She refuses to do it.
And your thoughts about this, Randy? Like, now, because we talked about that, we talked about women and how important women are in sports and just everything. You want to talk about your thoughts about the people that climbed up the Empire State Building?
Honestly, kind of funny to me, but kind of stupid, though. But I obviously, like, they just got engaged. Congratulations. But there's other ways to do it. Dude. Oh.
And your thoughts about just like,
honestly,
what do you have to say to them?
I mean, you got arrested for a reason. The people who thought they were terrorists are kind of idiots. They were just proposing or some shit. Not that shot. Nice shot. They were just people being generally stupid. You think they were just doing a terrorist threat or something?
Yeah.
But honestly.
And your thoughts about just like, and I want to say this to them. Congrats on getting engaged because it's like, I'm happy for you guys. But honestly, I'm like, you could have done it in a better way.
Different matter,
because you were on the news, you were on CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, everything. It's like, are you kidding?
Yeah, I was like, they were so stupid.
Yeah, and your thoughts about it, you want to talk about the important thing, your health?
So I'm still going to get checked out. It's just eventually when I have that time being. I lost my job on Tuesday, so honestly...
That was pretty messed up.
Kind of messed up, but honestly, it's going to make it a lot harder. I'm just decided not to tell my family because they're just going to, lecture me, whatever. I make my own decisions. I'm a grown man, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's my decision, my choice, but that doesn't define what my family is going to say, whatever.
Right.
They don't help me. They don't do anything to help me. They just don't care.
Yeah. And
Oz-
your thoughts about, because I told you about Survivor 50, about Ozzy. Your thoughts about Ozzy's leadership.
Ozzy's leadership is amazing. That's what I love about him. Because, like, Ozzy makes me feel about myself as being a leader. I mean, sometimes they're not going to follow your lead. They're just going to be hypocrites and do the dumbest things.
And betray.
Betray you. But honestly, being a leader, you're going to have that.
He played a little bit of his old game and the new game.
He needs to keep his old stuff, just my opinion.
And plus, how does it feel that basically it was Survivor 50 on CBS?
Oh, that was awesome. I loved it.
And like your thoughts, because you said it debuted in 2000. Your thoughts about that?
Kind of cool though.
Because honestly, about like Survivor, my opinion, I love Survivor. Me and my mom had watched every season. I was mad that Ozzy did not win, because it's like, come on, he deserved to win. He deserved to win. And plus, Ozzy.
That's how I usually just back up.
Yeah, but also it's like this. It's like Ozzy deserved to win, even though he didn't play his idol, which everyone thinks he should have played his idol. He even had a nightmare that he didn't. But honestly, I'm just saying this. Nice, you almost made it. Basically, I think that Ozzy deserved to win because he played a great game. He had an idol, but he was honestly the most powerful threat on the game of Survivor 50. And plus we got to see, and your thoughts about Coach, about how Coach, you said you didn't like how the way Coach treated Ozzy.
Coach was a complete ass.
And Randy, your thoughts about just like when you were here and you got to see all about Coach.
Coach was a complete asshole.
And you're like, what do you have to say about him though?
Coach was stuck my, you know what.
And your thoughts just about like how, because you learned about how Cirie's leadership on Survivor. Your thoughts about that?
Kind of cool seeing that one.
And she and Ozzy made a record on Survivor, which is this record 5 times on the show. 5 times on the show.
That's not bad.
And she got the award for most leadership, and this, she's the first black woman to be on the show more than 5 times. Your thoughts about that, about Cirie?
Women power.
And Randy, that was pretty insane, but honestly, my opinion, Survivor is honestly a great show. What do you have to say about Survivor though, before you make your shot? Like your thoughts about like, just like the way it is ran with, before you make the shot, about like, just about like your thoughts about like how it's run with, like with the leader, you're hearing about the strengths and you get teachers, newscasters, everything. Your thoughts about it though.
10 out of 10.
And what do you?
It's like, instead of like looking at the Bible every single day, even though the Bible is based on religion, survival. Survival is about surviving this world. I feel like that's what it's teaching you. More than your religion.
Yeah.
Obviously, the religion's not teaching me anything. It's just teaching me stories about my Christian beliefs and shit like that. And then people are just pushing it on you. To me, the show of survival is more of like teach you about living and surviving in this world with the most coolest people to teach you bullshit in life.
Yeah, and your thoughts about like how, about Survivor and everything. And just like in general.
What do you think about human race?
I believe every human race is more important than just looking at everybody's unicity. More likely supporting others' beliefs than believing your own.
Because I feel like, you know, all this religion and everything, it's our evolution is like this. We were apes millions of years ago. And so, you know what, one ape tribe will not talk to another ape tribe. They're at war.
I feel like it's like more likely every religion is like say, oh, you don't believe in mine? Stay on my face, stay on my way, I'm gonna do my thing, you do yours. Me? I've been in the church since I was 5. Why? I just don't believe in the the same things that the churches, and your religions teach me. What I've learned and seen with my own eyes is how every single individual gets treated differently. Just because of the tattoos, your beliefs, your skin color. I'm like, the way I look at it is like, don't we have the same organs?
Yes.
We bleed the same color blood.
No, but what's your name?
Randy.
Randy, I'm Davey. So my philosophy is very simple, right?
Yeah.
All this, there's always, you look at the eight kingdom.
I agree with a lot of things he's been saying.
The alpha leader sets the tone of the group. So our lives are controlled by these alpha leaders.
Exactly.
They want to line their pockets of power or whatever, and they have to suck us in to the belief, right? All right.
You're 100% correct.
So basically,
It's like the whole pack, you have the alpha, and you have the omega.
and you look at all these social media, right?
Yeah.
The way they make money is from us. And how do you make money? You get addicted to that product.
Exactly.
And then catching.
It's like I'm a creator myself on TikTok. I get paid for it, but that doesn't make me better than anybody else. I listen to every person's voice, and that's why mine.
When you have a TikTok channel,
I have paid. Yeah.
what is it about?
RandyNation0. So
Yeah.
actually, like I was just saying earlier, I got fired from my job, and I have a disability.
What is it?
I have ADHD, I have a mood disorder, I have a genetic from my father, which I don't really know much of that one, and I have scoliosis. And I've been doing my job for a whole 4 years, and they just fired me on the dot.
It's pretty insane what they did to him.
And then I got trespassed on my job premises. I can't even go on the property. I can't go buy food there. I can't do anything there now. So like, let's say if I want to go back to say hi to my old friends who work there, I can't. It's the fact that they didn't, and I have it all on recording. So now the next process is suing them.
And Randy, like your thoughts, like in general, about, like just your thoughts about in general, about just everything, like because what we talked about there, and also just like you were talking about, like how Survivor with the leadership you learned from Ozzy, Coach, Cirie, and Caleb, and plus just like your thoughts about it though.
I loved it. I loved it a lot.
Like your thoughts about the Chicago PD, Fire, and Med, those shows.
Those shows are pretty good too.
And what do you think about how, with Voight, and like how they always come together in Chicago Fire, PD, Med, everything, if you had to say, because you watched it with me.
I mean, Chicago PD men are based on true stories of what people
Well,
were.
they're actually not. Law and Order is.
No, basically, if you look at it, it's based on the path of why people choose their path of being a fire med or a Chicago PD or any officer in the line. So, like, it's basically these shows are like Chicago Med, PD, Fire. They're showing you every hard work that every woman and men put their hard work and bodies on the lines and putting their safety at risk for us to save ours to protect us from people that are trying to harm. So honestly, I have family in the military, so I know that one, serve and protect, right?
Yeah.
And then our First Amendment is like freedom of speech, audio audits, and then our fourth is like, fifth, plead the fifth. If you don't know, now you know, but it's just like people don't like to hear things that they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that we just got to keep on living.
And plus, what do you have to say when you saw, like, in Chicago Fire, like how with Severide, Casey, Bowden, like all of them in their firehouse, and how they stood up to someone that was a bad leader trying to take over as the commissioner or something in the fire department, and how they stood up and says, if he wants to fight, then let's fight, and how we're a family even though they think we're not. Your thoughts about how Casey, Bowden, and all of them did that?
I agree. It's just the fact that people just don't want to hear it, and they just want to take down someone that's not the enemy. You just got to know the path of the enemy. So basically, I can see when someone is and someone is not. But honestly, it's just, you'll see the true colors one day. It's just that me and Brandon, we have our disagreements, our agreements, and our differences, but like...
And he learns a lot about baseball from me till this day.
I mean, I still play baseball, even though my body is getting fragile these days with the whole symptoms and things like that. But I still play sports as much as I can.
Plus, it's like, even if me and Randy don't agree on, like...
We just drop it, basically.
Yeah, and plus, And plus this.
I mean, maybe
he even admitted in the interview with Max.
Yeah.
He even admitted, I know my crap about baseball.
I mean, obviously, I know every sport's scripted, so it's like, that's what I'm saying. They don't, why do you think I say history's always supposed to be make it? So like saying like this, when LeBron even comes back to Cavaliers or not, history's going to be make it or not.
And he even said to me last night, he'll be shocked if LeBron goes to the Spurs or to the
Nuggets
Knicks or the Knights. No, you said you'd honestly be shocked if he did.
I mean, obviously I would, but I don't think he's not going to.
I don't think he will, but it would be shocking though. It'd be
if
very
he
shocking.
does, I'm not going to support it, but honestly, I mean, he should
Yeah.
really make a better decision because the Knicks wasn't really supposed to win that finals, but obviously they just did whatever they had to do.
Yeah.
They just took it. They didn't earn that one. When you take something, you didn't earn it.
And plus, what do you have to say about like how because we already talked about the women's sports, gymnastics, Survivor, the leadership, TV shows, the people on the Empire State Building. In my opinion, congrats to you guys, but that was pretty crazy. You could have done it somewhere else instead because it's like
they could have done it on top of it, but got permission first.
Yeah.
But instead of like doing the way they did it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other ways you could.
Yeah, and your thoughts about, and plus we already talked about you addressing your health and everything, and about us, and plus your thoughts about this, about how you and me do this, how I've been taking, like we always are there for family, friends, and everything, and how family and friends always come first, and like, and Randy knows this, I've been taking care of my family, because I'm not going to say why, because I'm going to just say a family member of mine is recovering and learning to walk again. And I've been taking care of them, taking care of the place and everything. And I've been taking care of that since December. And since December 14th. And I remember it to this day.
Yeah, I remembered. I came up in November, and then he gave me a call and said, hey, this is what happened. I can't say what happened. So he's like, I said, whenever I can, I'll come down whenever I can for you. Just talk to your mom about it.
Yeah.
Obviously. So a little update about RandyNation0. This is probably going to be my last for a while because money is tight. And just losing my job, I have to go to apply, and it's going to not be easy. I mean, like he said, he cares about his family. I care about mine, even though my family doesn't care about me, obviously. But money is tight with me, and I'm leaving on Wednesday. I don't know what time. We're going to talk. We're going to text, the taxi driver who brought me over here on Friday.
Yeah.
He's practically going somewhere that's around my route going home, so then I don't have to sit uncomfortably on a train because my body, I can't sit properly. I can't lay properly. Shockingly, last night I get sleep here better than I do at my own home. So it's strange that I get more peace here than I get at my own home. I guess it's more like I know what's going to happen next with my family and what's next with going on in my near future with my family. Because all I know is my house is on a reverse mortgage, and that's the house that I grew up in. I've been to Brandon's, house where it thought to be his forever home. It wasn't easy for him to move, but like with anybody, when you grew up in a house that you knew for so long, when you were born and raised as an infant child, it's hard.
It's true.
But the fact is, having those hard lives, it's just knowing that you have friends who care. It's not like I'm out here like, oh, please give me some money. No, I want to work my ass off to make my own money. And that's what I believe in. That's my philosophy. I don't really beg. And I help people every here and there when I don't have that money. Like, I shouldn't be doing that. But, like, obviously, what else am I going to do? I'm a kind, loving person. I don't ever want to feel people like I'm pushing them away. Like, there's no one out in that world to, help them. Like, I've been there. I've had that philosophy in my mind so many times. Like, I thought, oh, the world was out to get me. But obviously, it's not like that. You're going to win some where you have those happy-hearted people, and you're going to find those people who are cold-hearted, who don't care about you, and they're going to use you for everything you have and just look at you as a bad person.
It's true, and plus Randy knows this about my family. I've been taking care of my family for a long time, and because of me taking care of them, I've been able to like I've been able to like take care of my family's health, and it's like I'm just dealing with all that. And plus, because Randy Nation, before he came up here, I was already dealing with taking care of everything, looking for a job too, but also about this, basically about he's chasing the ball that I've written. But yeah, basically before he came up, I immediately found out that I think it was my uncle was in the hospital, and I didn't find out till 4 days later. And I was like, what? And it's been a crazy time, basically. It's been a crazy time. And Randy Nation, immediately when I told him about it, he couldn't believe it. And it's like me and my family have been in constant contact with them. In my opinion, family to me always comes first. I always will be there for my family, even friends. But like I tell Randy all the time, if it's about my family, I'm going to them first, because family always comes first. And Randy's like a brother to me. And also, it's just like this, basically. Like in general, with all of it, it's like this, basically, with sports and doing these special edition interviews and everything. Not just sports interviews, but talking about everything else. It was great to start the podcast and do this page for so long, and then finally start it with a podcast this time. In my opinion, family always come first, and know that you're not alone. And it's like Survivor has been a very helpful thing to me. And Chicago Med, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire. I loved it when in the episode where we saw, basically in Chicago PD and Fire, we saw this with all the guys in Firehouse 51. We noticed that they saved a couple that was getting ready for their wedding, and the husband, soon-to-be husband, was injured with some kind of disability from the fire and smoke inhalation and everything. And we saw in the episode, basically, they saved them, but this guy who's above Bowden was driving him crazy, trying to make him control his firehouse, trying to make him control everything in his own way instead of Bowden. And he's like, first of all, it's not a family. When Bowden's like, nah, it's a family. And when this guy Riddle went at them and was like this, was saying, going at Gabrielle, and you should know this too, Randy, basically about, in the episode, Riddle, who's trying to take over, he basically went at Gabrielle Dawson and was saying this to her, going at her for after the fact that she had just found out she had lost her baby when she was pregnant in a miscarriage. She just lost the baby, and then was going through a lot, and she came back to being a firefighter and was able to recover and also be with her family that she works with and would never give up. And your thoughts about that, basically how the Riddle guy went at Gabrielle Dawson, and then Bowden's like, if Riddle wants to fight, then let's fight. And basically says, I don't care if Riddle thinks he can control me, but he can't control the way how I run this firehouse. And he said this, basically, if he wants to fight, then let's fight. We're having this couple that basically we saved from and everything was supposed to get married. We're having their wedding at our firehouse. Your thoughts about that, about what I just said?
I love that.
And what do you have to say about in the episode where that Riddle guy who's trying to take over said, went at Dawson after she lost her baby in the pregnancy, in a miscarriage, and she was coming back to work and I admit, I was like surprised that she was coming back immediately, but she came back and it was able to work with her fellow firefighters that are like a family, and Riddle was like, it's not a family. Your thoughts?
I feel like in his mind it's not a family when someone is going after someone else.
Yeah.
I felt like he gave his opinion and it's not a fact.
Yeah. And your thoughts about how, do you think he should have done that though?
Honestly, I don't think he went after someone who had a miscarriage.
No, he did. He did in the episode. They made him do that.
I guess it's part of the script then.
Still, but your thoughts though?
I mean, part of the script, if that was her life, then I would be disgusted.
Like, you shouldn't do that though.
Even if it's scripted, it's a show.
Yeah.
But if that was her life, I'd be very disgusted in that
And
person.
like your thoughts about how Bowden said, if he wants to fight, then let's fight.
He's not wrong on that one.
And plus Chicago Fire and Chicago PD has been a very helpful thing to me. It's been a very helpful thing to me because it's helped me with keeping my anger under control, my emotions, and just everything. And that's why I love doing that, because they're a family in that show. They're a family in Chicago Med. They're a family in Chicago PD. They never give up. And they always work together. They work through things out all the time. And also, it's like, are you kidding? It's like, come on, don't go after them. And I admit, a lot of shows have become politically correct. But still, I can't wait for the new seasons of Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, regular Law and Order. And plus, guys, please bring back Law and Order Organized Crime. That's one of my favorites. And also, it's like those shows have helped me. And plus, but with family, it's like family always comes first to me. Friends always come first to me. I agree with what Randy Nation has said and what our friend has said and everything here at the sports court. And we were all talking about like just everything. And plus, it's just like family always comes first. I've been taking care of my family and focusing on myself, my mental health, taking care of myself. But honestly, I was glad that when I was at the pool the other day, these people came up to me at the pool and recognized me and asked me, do you have a YouTube channel? I was like, yes. And I was shocked at first. And they were like, they wanted to see my content, so I told them. And then the next day, boom, another person says the same thing. I said to them, I'm glad I was able to show you my content. Please go subscribe. And it made me feel good in life, because it's like, wow, someone's recognizing me for all the content and great information I make for them. And also, now we're going to be talking about this. First, I want to know, Randy, your thoughts about family and friends, like what I said, but like your thoughts about family and friends as you come over. Your thoughts about
I agree.
And like what you had to say about family and friends.
Honestly, sometimes family can be complete stubborn, turn on you, but the same thing with anything in life.
Mm-hmm.
You have those good cookies, bad cookies, but honestly, just keep on being your true self. Don't change anything just because someone tells you to.
Yeah. And your thoughts about music and how music
I listen
helps.
to a lot of different types. I don't really listen to Taylor Swift. I'm not a big fan of her.
I like her old music.
I don't really agree with a lot of she's done. She's really ruined football.
Uh-huh.
That's my opinion.
That's true.
That's my opinion.
I understand that, and I respect your
That's not
opinion.
a fact.
I respect your opinion.
This is a fact, though. She's not going to appear at the Super Bowl performance. She even said it. She clearly said she's not going to perform, no matter if it's a legend or not. So she's never. That's why people don't understand her in particular.
Yeah, but like your thoughts, just like about how music has helped you, though, like music genre, just in general.
Me, like heavy metal, 3 Days of Grace, other bands like Goldfinger, Girlfriend, Skillet, Linkin Park, because one of the lead singer passed, but they have a new singer.
Yeah.
It reminds me of him myself, but as a female version.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're talking about like every heavy metal I listen to. Then I started listening to Swago.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've loved everything that I do.
And
I
plus,
listen to.
yeah, and plus it's like this.
I listen to Mod Sun, MGK. Obviously, pretty cool, the things that I listen to,
Yeah.
but honestly, it's not bad.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of things you said about music and how it's helped you and everything, and I agree about what you said about Taylor Swift and everything. I understand and agree, respect that. And plus, my opinion, like, music has helped me. And plus, it's like music has helped me, like, with Elton John, Billy Joel, the Beatles, Queen, and the Beach Boys, Bob Marley, Johnny Cash, Temptations, Oasis, and who else was it? Oh, and the Rolling Stones, and Otis Redding, and Elvis, and the Beatles, Don McLean, and like just all that. And I admit, I like classic music. I like old time music. And I even like MKTO, American Dream, and Best Day of My Life, Believer, Shut Up and Dance. I even like the music, what do you call it? And some of today's music, like Dua Lipa, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, Swift, and but like in general, music has helped me in the past. It's helped me with like keeping my anger under control and helped me keep calm whenever I'm annoyed. It helps me, and that's why I like music. And me and Randy will be coming out with episode 7 later today for July 4th. It'll be on the story about how me and RandyNation0 met, how we became best friends, how we became brothers, and what we have gone through together, and what we have gone through with our ex relationships. And it was me and RandyNation0's idea to make these cool, basically the cool updates, and make this episode about how me and RandyNation0 met, and about the relationships we've gone through, and about like just like in general. We wanted to talk to you guys about it, and how we share Netflix and Paramount and Peacock, and about Disney Plus, and
I mean, I can
yeah,
give a
everything. And plus, it's like we're gonna be talking all about that in episode 7.
I can give it in a little scoop of like how I deal with that, because so Netflix is very strict on like the sharing thing. So I'm like, it wasn't even getting annoying because Brandon was always asking for like the code and everything. It's because I'm like, I figured out why.
Yeah, but
It's
like we're gonna
so-
also explain it in episode 7 too.
Yeah, that's what's just
Yeah.
I was giving them like a
Yeah,
little
you can say it.
just a little inner detail.
Yeah.
So that little inner detail will be explained on the 7 podcast.
Yeah, and plus, Randy, if you had to say this, your thoughts about episode 7 idea, about us talking about what we've gone through, but like, and a little inner scoop of like how we thought about that idea.
Just knowing when you have those real ones in your life, and you're just thriving, and knowing about
I can't see your face.
All right, so knowing when you have those real ones in your life, knowing that like the ideas of planning things as a creator, knowing me being being private on like live streaming about my personal life, being just knowing that it's just like anything is possible. Your love life, your relationships with people who you're with. It's just one thing is my message. I don't talk about if I'm in a relationship or not. That's not relevant to me. If I am, I am. If I'm not, I'm not. That should not be the first question you ask me. The first question you should not ask me, like, where are you located? Where you live? That's just another turn off where I'm not going to talk to anyone.
Yeah, and your thoughts, just like how episode 7 will be about how, like a little inner scoop of how we came up with the idea about how that episode
a little
will
inner
be.
scoop was like, it was a neutral like agreement. Like I'm like, hey, I thought of the idea a little bit, so I just do 50-50 ideas. That's how you actually plan things out, instead of taking the full credit of it. And I'll tell you the whole thing in the whole next video, but just know this. Don't take the full credit, because that's how you lose friends.
And plus, what was your thoughts about how, because today's July 4th, it was a special edition, episode 6 of the podcast, and we talked about women's sports, about how women can do anything men can do, and about gymnastics, and about Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, about your health, about how I've been taking care of your family, and just about music, TV shows, and Survivor 50, about like how there's been 50 seasons, and about just like all of this stuff.
Honestly,
people you're used to being
I'm
a
glad
sports.
I'm glad we're doing different things, because like we don't know how much more that I'm going to be able to come up here until I get a new job. So this is a special one for me, and this is why I'm glad that Brandon and his mom made it for me, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to be up with Brandon Baseball Vlogs. I don't know if it's going to be when my birthday, because I don't have a job. It just really depends. Just knowing that the life goes on and on and on, just like rest in peace to Oliver Tree.
And Hulk Hogan too, R.I.P.
But honestly, it's like, let's see where the Lord leads me on this one. I'm not even...
Plus, it's a cool intro with the Hulk Hogan
Oh,
tank
yeah,
top too.
and then I'm wearing the Denver Nuggets finals jersey because I'm shooting. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's wherever,
And plus, this will be on YouTube, live, and TikTok, everywhere.
Everything. So like, subscribe, post that notification, tap the notifier, comment down below what next.
And plus this, it will be also, if you guys see, because we're here at the basketball court, we're also shooting basketball, just having fun doing that.
And then,
it was both our ideas to do the interview while playing and everything.
So honestly, this is not goodbye for RandyNation0 coming up to Brandon's Baseball Vlogs forever. It's just goodbye for now until I get a job, and once I get a job again, and the first person you know I'm going to say it to, you know who? This guy.
Yep, and
so
plus...
this is why I look at the bright side.
Also, check out his interview where he went off about his job, and he's planning a big lawsuit.
So what I'm going to say is this, as a best advice for anyone out there. One door closes, another door is opens for the near future. Never to know in your heart, know that everything that's witnessed and plans for you is actually previously God's worthy. Even though I don't believe in that bullshit of religious stuff, but I just believe in my own words. You're going to have those good karma, those bad karma, but knowing this, McDonald's is going to have that bad karma. They already do. They have bad reviews. I already have infiltrate on it. Honestly.
He already has all the videos.
I have everything on audio edit. That's my First Amendment. So obviously, all I gotta say is, guys, stay strong, stay positive. Even though life is not always positive, just gotta think positive.
Yeah.
It's not always green on the other side, but you gotta find that greener on the other side by staying positive. I had my upper shares and everything, but honestly, guys, I'm not giving up.
Plus, he has seen, I've gone through almost everything, basically, too.
Just saying this, one more in a scoop about the whole exes, right?
And for episode 7.
So, knowing that how I became creator, it was something that my ex wanted. And now I have it because something that I've earned.
And guys, be ready.
Just knowing things that you earned in life means you earned it. Don't let anybody take it for granted of that one.
Yeah, and be ready, because it was his idea for Brandon's Baseball Vlogs podcast page. Is officially up and running. And be ready for the episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7. And guys, this was RandyNation0's 295th career sports interview / podcast episode. So now RandyNation0 will be only 5 ones away from 300. So let's get RandyNation0 to 300 career interviews, sports interviews, everything else on Brandon's Baseball Vlogs.
Like I said, records are meant to be broken.
Yeah, and plus this, guys.
One day when I'm gone, that torch will be handed to whoever. But till then, my record's known. That 300 will be that record.
And guys, subscribe. We're on the road to 400 before the All-Star game. I can't believe it's already July 4th. And guys, stay safe, stay cool, go in the pool. Don't care, just go in the pool, have a barbecue. Enjoy the fireworks on July 4th. And happy 4th of July to everyone.